Okay, here is AFRM Affirm. This finishes at $123.70 today. That is up 34.37%. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here is CEI Camber Energy. This finishes at $1.52 today. That is up 16.92%. So this one was picking up momentum in the past couple of days on social media. Really, the past 2 weeks, it's been low-key short squeezing. Went all the way from 30 cents to $1.50 today. So that's a 5-bagger. Incredible. But no one really caught on to this until recently, like yesterday, because that's when it started going nuts on social media. It was kind of hard to tell if this was a meme stock or not at first, but I'm starting to believe this is a meme stock. The apes really, really like this one. They're piling in, and it appears like the shorts are being squeezed out right now. So there wasn't any news or anything to justify this price action today. So I'm going to assume that the price action was due to a bunch of ape stuff going on. So yeah, it seems like the BBIG momentum is coming down, and it appears like people are moving into ATER and CEI now. Anyway, let's analyze this. So we have a gap up today at 130. So that is a bearish indicator that is telling us that this is likely to come back down to 130 eventually to fill this gap. Probably going to do that in the short term. And we also have this possible cup and handle in the making. Top of the cup could be 310, 280. Yeah, it could also be 180. So there are multiple possible tops of this cup here. But the bottom does appear to be 33 cents, which is the low. So that is currently a bullish indicator. So this should keep running more to the upside to fill the top of the cup. And again, can't say where the top of the cup is, but this does appear like there is still momentum. The top of the cup has not been filled just yet. So right now this is sitting on the support of 152, which it finished at today. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 168, 177, 188, $2, 210, 218, 237, 280, and then the all-time high, 310. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 137, 125, 121, 113, 106, $1, 90 cents, 84 cents, 77 cents, 69 cents, nice, 59 cents, 52 cents, 44 cents, 39 cents, and then the low of 33 cents. So right now at this current price, 152, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized. So expect a good amount of price action either way this goes. However, if/when this breaks 218 to the upside, the channels start to open up and get pretty wide. So expect a significant increase in price action if/when this breaks 218. The RSI is currently at 91, so that is very overbought and very overvalued. So be careful, guys. And this did 391 million in volume today. By far the biggest volume day for this stock. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. So honestly, it's a little bit hard to tell where this is going right now. You know, traditionally and logically, just looking at the technical analysis, this would appear like it should pull back to the downside in the short term. If it were my best guess, I would say it's more likely to go to the downside than the upside. We have very bearish indicators here. High RSI and high volume, and the gap up at 130. The only bullish indicator is the possible cup and handle. Nobody knows where the top of the cup is, so that may not even be that bullish at this point. So the chart looks really bearish from a technical analysis standpoint. So normally I would say, you know, this is not a good time to go long, and would be a pretty good time to go short. But in this situation, this is now turning into a meme stock. The apes are all over this one. So when it comes to meme stocks, these things are pretty unpredictable, and you can't rely too much on technical analysis. So traditionally, this should pull back to the downside. But right now, there is very strong social media sentiment on this one. And as long as the momentum keeps up, this very well could keep on squeezing. So yeah, the TA is telling us this is bearish, and the social media sentiment is telling us that this is bullish. So therefore, if you currently don't have a position in this stock, probably the best play is to avoid it altogether. You know, this really isn't the greatest entry going long or short here at 150. This is like right in the middle of the cup. So it's either going to go mooning or it's going to go drilling. The best option would be to just observe this in the coming days and weeks and see if you can get a better price. If it continues to go up, then you can open a short position. And if it pulls back, then you can open a long position. Now, I'm not against taking a position at this current price, 150. But it is more like a gamble than an investment at this point. Like I said, it's either going to the moon or it's going to go drilling. No in between. So you're either going to make a lot of money or lose a lot of money. So if you are aware of the risks, then I would say go for it. But it's a little too risky for me, and I would not recommend it. Yeah, this is a high risk, high reward play right now. Either way, long or short. So congratulations to everyone who made money on this one today and in the past 2 weeks. Consider taking profits. Not financial advice, but it's never a bad idea to cash out when you're up big. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is CEI Camber Energy. Okay, here is SPRT Support.com. This finishes at $21 today. That is down 19.29%. So we did have some news on this one. So let's take a look at that first. Okay, so it says Support.com today announced that its stockholders approved all proposals related to the previously announced merger transaction with Greenidge Generation Holdings, Inc. So that's some major news right there. The merger went through, and the stock is down 19%. Kind of seems like a buy the rumor, sell the news play here. Or it could just be some healthy pullback. But either way, the market did not react very positively to this news today. In my previous shows, I said that these two green candles here looks kind of suspicious. It looked very odd to me. I said it looked like a dead cat bounce. And today we have a major pullback. But yeah, this was also a meme stock. It squeezed all the way from like $8 to 60 in a few trading sessions. Crazy run here, but it does appear like the momentum is cooling off. It appears like the apes are taking their profits and moving on to other meme stocks right now. The squeeze might have been squoze for this stock. Anyway, let's analyze this. So we have a gap down at around $31. So that is a bullish indicator. That is telling us that this is likely to come back up to 31 eventually to fill that gap. And it did look like we had a possible cup and handle here. Very deep cup. Top of the cup could have been 60, 38.5, 29. So there are multiple possible tops here of the cup. But the bottom appears to be around 19-ish. So that's currently a bullish indicator. That's telling us that this is likely to come back up to 60, 38.5, or 29 to fill the top of the cup. But today, after this big sell-off, there may be no more cup and handle. If this continues to go to the downside, the cup and handle is going to reject. So if that happens, then forget everything about the cup and handle. So right now, this is sitting on the support of 21, which it finished at today. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 23, 26.10, 29.30, 31, 36, 38.40, 43.15, and then the all-time high 59.69. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 20 and then 15. And there is a bunch of support below 15, but we're not going to discuss that right now. So right now at this current price, 21, the channels to the upside and the downside are very wide, so expect significant price action either way this goes. However, if/when this comes back down to 15, the channels start to narrow, so expect a significant decrease in price action if/when this comes back to 15. RSI is currently at 55, so a little above average. So according to the RSI, this current price, $21, is around fair market value. And this did 30 million in volume today. Very significant volume. So this sell-off today was confirmed by the volume. So here is yet again another meme stock that it is Very hard to tell which way it's going to go in the short term. Maybe the squeeze is not squoze yet. But if it were my best guess, I would probably say this is more likely to go to the downside than the upside. Before this pumped up the last 2 days, this chart looked really, really bearish. It went straight free fall from 60 down to 20. Those 2 big green candles was very unexpected. It looked very out of place. So that's why I said I think it's a dead cat bounce. And today it pulls back pretty heavily, so it appears like it's going back into free fall right now. But again, you never know. The chart doesn't look as bearish as it did a couple days ago, but it still looks pretty bearish to me. But we do have bullish indicators here. We have the gap down and the possible cup and handle. So we still got to keep that in mind. But yeah, I would pay attention to the social media sentiment. If it's losing momentum and people aren't talking about it anymore, it's most likely going timber. But if this momentum does keep up and it stays top 10 on StockTwits for the next few trading sessions, this could recover to the upside. I think right now, this is a little too risky to take any position. I would stay away from this altogether. Now, I don't advise this, but if you want to gamble, then go for it. Just understand, like all these other meme stocks, this is either going to go really, really bad or really, really good. It's going moon or dumpster, no in between. If you have risk tolerance like that, then sure, go for it. As long as you know what you're getting yourself into. So, sorry to everyone who lost money in this one today. Consider taking profits, not financial advice. But if you're up right now, you know, it's never a bad idea to lock in the gains. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is SPRT Support.com. Okay, here is ATER Aterian. This finishes at $11.80 today. That is up 15.91%. Here's another meme stock that has been low-key short squeezing the past 2 weeks. And this one is similar to CEI, where at first there wasn't too much chatter about this on social media, but it was squeezing. Then when it finally picked up chatter and it went trending on StockTwits, then it starts to moon. So it appears like we are in the middle of a squeeze for this stock. It looks like everyone is taking their gains out from BBIG and moving into CEI and ATER. But yeah, no significant news or anything to justify this price action today. So again, more ape stuff going on. Apes piling in, shorts covering. Okay, let's analyze this. So it looks like we have a possible cup and handle here. Top of the cup could be 1960, could be 1640, could be 1490, could be 1350. So there are multiple possible tops of the cup here, but the bottom appears to be $3. So that may be a bullish or bearish indicator depending on what you think the top of the cup is. If you think the top of the cup is anything above 1350, this would currently be a bullish indicator because that would mean that the cup has not completed yet. But if you think the top of the cup is 1350, then it may have hit that today and it might start to reverse pretty soon to form the handle. So right now this is sitting on the support of 1180, which it finished at today. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 1320, 1480, 1640, 1840, 1975, 2160, 2280, 2415, 2560, 2680, 2870, 3030, 32, 3280, 34, 3590, 37, 3830, 3965, 41, 42, 4285, 4380, 45, 4650, 4765, and then the all-time high, 49. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 1050, 960, 865, $8, 760, 680, 570, 425, and then the low of $3. So right now at this current price, 1180, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized, so expect a good amount of price action either way this goes. The RSI is currently at 72, so just barely in overbought and overvalued territory. So be careful, guys. And this did 78 million in volume today. Very significant volume day. Second biggest ever for this stock. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. So yet again, here's another meme stock that is pretty hard to tell where it's going to go in the short term. And yet again, we have a possible cup and handle which is like right in the middle of the cup right now. So again, if you want to take a position right here at 1180, it's more of a gamble than an investment at this point, because it's either going to go really, really good or really, really bad for you. Either way you go, long or short. Now, if you were to ask me, I'd say that it's probably more likely to go to the upside for a little longer. I still think there is some more room to run, but I do think it's going to come down pretty soon. I think it's going to run maybe for a couple more days, and then I would expect some pullback. This still could fill the top of the cup, but we have high RSI and high volume, so we're getting some pretty mixed signals here. It's anyone's best guess where it's going to go. So I think that if you don't currently have a position, you're better off just avoiding this altogether. If you don't currently have a position, I would just wait, observe the stock, see how the price action goes the next few days, the next few weeks, and see if you can enter at a better price. Because right now at 1180, long or short, this is not a good entry. But again, I'm not going to tell you guys what to do with your money. If you want to gamble, then go ahead. Just understand that it's going to go really good or really bad. So congratulations to everyone who made money on this one today. Consider taking profits, not financial advice. But if you've been in this for a couple of days, you should have made a good amount of money already. And it's never a bad idea to cash it in. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is ATER Aterian. Okay, here is GEVO. GEVO. This finishes at $6.93 today. That is down 12.72%. Good. So yesterday, we covered this stock. Had a major run-up yesterday due to positive PR. This company has a partnership with Chevron right now. So that's very big. It made the stock go all the way from 6 to 8 yesterday. And today we're getting some pullback, down almost 13%. So it appears like the apes really, really like this one. I'm hesitant to call this a meme stock just yet, but it very well looks like it could be very soon. So I'm going to assume that this pullback today was just some healthy pullback from yesterday's major runner. It looks like the cup and handle has already formed. You know, top of the cup would be $8, bottom of the cup would be 5-ish. So quick math off the top of my head, this should pull back to around 650 to complete the handle here. So right now that is a bearish indicator. RSI is currently at 57, so a little bit above average, but right around where it's supposed to be. So according to the RSI, $7 is around fair market value. And this did 38 million in volume today. Pretty significant volume, more than the average. So this sell-off today was confirmed by the volume. So thankfully, this one is a lot easier to analyze than the other meme stocks. So like I said, this does appear like a cup was complete at $8, and now it's pulling back to form the handle. And like I said, rough estimate, this should come back to around 650 for the handle to complete. So there is a little bit more room to the downside. So in the next few trading sessions, I expect this to pull back a little bit more to 650. And then I would expect some consolidation. Can't say for how long, but that's usually what happens in a cup and handle. And then usually there's breakout after consolidation. So that would be bearish in the short term and bullish in the longer term. So therefore, if you want to go long right now, I would set your buy orders at 650. This isn't a bad price, but you can get this for a little better. I think that's a pretty good play. Not financial advice. And if it pulls back below 650, you can average down at $6, $5.50, and $5. So I would support going long if this comes back down a little bit more. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, I would not do that. I don't recommend that. I mean, it should pull back a little bit, but there's really not too much money to be made from here to 650. That's less than 10%. And like I said, eventually this probably is going to break out again to the upside. So you'd be coming in here, shorting for crumbs, and putting yourself at risk of getting squeezed out. The risk is really not worth the reward here. Doesn't make too much sense going short. I would not do that, and I don't recommend it. So, sorry to everyone who lost money in this one today. Hang in there, and good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is GEVO, GEVO. Okay, here is AFRM Affirm. This finishes at $123.70 today. That is up 34.37%. So this has been a very hot stock lately. We have two gap ups here. So those are bearish indicators. But this first gap up was due to the announcement of an Amazon partnership. went from 74 to 100. And then yesterday, earnings comes out, and we have another gap up from 92, and this hit 125. Very positive earnings yesterday. The market really liked it, so everyone started buying the stock up. But let's take a look at those earnings, and I believe we have some price upgrades. Deutsche Bank upgrades to $105. Credit Suisse upgrades to $105. Morgan Stanley upgrades to $140. RBC Capital upgrades to $130. D.A. Davidson upgrades to $110. Truist Securities upgrades to $150. Jefferies upgrades to $82. Yeah, so major price upgrades from a lot of firms here. So the EPS was a loss of 48 cents, which missed the estimate of negative 29 cents. And the revenue was $262 million, which beat the estimate of $226 million. So they missed on EPS but hit on revenue. So the earnings honestly weren't that crazy or anything, so kind of a surprise as to why this went up so much. So, as I said, we have two gap ups, one at 73 and one at 92. So those are bearish indicators. That is telling us that the stock is likely to pull back to fill these gaps at 70 and 92. So honestly, the 70 gap may never fill. Possible, but usually when there's a double gap up, the chances of the first gap filling go down dramatically. So I would not be surprised if this never comes back to 70 to fill that gap. But I think the chances of the gap filling at 92 are a lot higher. That one should fill. And we have a possible cup and handle in the making here. Looks like the top of the cup would be in the 147 to 142 range. And the bottom of the cup would be around 48. So that is currently a bullish indicator. This might come back up to 142 or 147 to fill this cup here. The RSI is currently at 78, so that is overbought and overvalued, so be careful, guys. And this did 54 million in volume today. Very significant volume, biggest volume day ever for this stock. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. So if you want to go long, not financial advice, looks like an okay play. I probably wouldn't go for it because this already mooned so much from the bottom here. You missed out on a lot of tendies already. But there does appear to be some tendies still to be made here. I think this should come back to at least 142 to fill the top of the cup. And then I would expect it to pull back immediately. I think it's going to go to the upside in the short term, fill the top of the cup, and then start forming the handle here. You can probably make 10 or 20%, but really not too much more than that. So personally, I would avoid this one on the long side because, like I said, you already missed out on most of the tendies, but you can still make some. So I'd support going long. Just understand it's a little bit risky here. If this pulls back without completing the cup, you could lose a good amount of money here. So just be aware of that. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, seems like a pretty good play. You could make the argument that even at this current price, 124, this is a pretty good entry because it probably won't go that much more to the upside. Like I said, I really don't think it's going above 147. So I could support taking a short position at this current price, 124. But personally, I would wait until this hits 140. I would set sell orders for 140 because that is probably closer to the top there. So yeah, I would support going short here either at this current price or at 140. Preferably at 140, but you can't go too wrong going short right here. And again, we have a lot of bearish indicators to support this. We have a double gap up, high RSI, and high volume. So everything is pointing to this coming back down in the short term. So congratulations to everyone who made money on this one today and the past 2 weeks. Consider taking profits, not financial advice, but if you're up real big right now, it never hurts to secure the gains. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is AFRM Affirm. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty, and this is Smarter Gambling. See you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Peace out.